Okay. Breaking news. The housing market is getting destroyed. So I decided to just go live. I have so much that's going on in this market that I have to discuss with you guys. But more importantly, what you're going to do with this information. Obviously, there's a lot of changes I'm going to go over in this live. I decided to just, throw some lip gloss on and go live so I could teach you guys these things. Because the housing market is getting destroyed. We're going into 2024, and there's some really important changes in the market, in the economy, that the entire economy is going to be affected. Okay, so let me explain that, and we're going to go over that, and just stay to the end, because if you stay to the end, I have a big surprise. I'm going to go through a lot of different things, but again, how you can make money, how you can use the opportunity that is in front of you. So you guys already know Noelle is all about real estate, business credit, business funding, and things like that, because I started from my parents' basement, broke, and today I'm a multimillionaire, and it's because of real estate. So obviously, I want to keep you abreast of what's going on in the market, what's going on in the economy, and how you can take advantage of all of the opportunities that we're going to be seeing in the real estate market, and how you can use this to grow your wealth, to make money, to have assets, to get properties at a discount, to get a rental portfolio, like whatever it is that you're wanting to do to grow your wealth, you're going to be able to do with some of these opportunities. But you really got to know, because some people are really going to lose out in what's going on. So let me get into this. So again, sorry about that. I had to actually do this live twice. I'm going to delete the other one that's in there, and we're going to go, because you guys can hear me now. So this is really good. Okay. So right now we have more new construction for apartment buildings than ever in the past 50 years. Like, it's the biggest new construction apartment building, large residential apartment building construction in the highest point in the past 50 years. Okay, so that's one of the things that we're seeing in the market. But the issue is, most of the properties, these big apartment buildings, I know you guys have seen these apartment complexes coming up everywhere. They're luxury, high-end apartment buildings. So they're very expensive in many cases. There's not a lot of like affordable housing that's being built. Okay, so that's one of the things that's going on in the market. And we're saying, okay, we're seeing all of these apartment complexes popping up, and the rents are really high. More focus is being spent on building high-end housing, and this is not really helping most people get a home. So there's a lot going on with that. So what you really need to understand, though, is real estate is the number one way to wealth. So when I'm always preaching to you about, building a business, you got to get some real estate, either whether it's an apartment, whether it's a condo, whether it's just a house, and then you get another rental property. But what's going on in this market is going to give you the opportunity to do what most people do. Real estate is the number one way to wealth. Over 89% of all millionaires have been created through real estate. So obviously, that this is how you can transform your wealth. And so me, Noelle, starting from my parents' basement, broke, bad credit, no money, and today a multimillionaire because of real estate, and now building businesses and having business credit and business funds. I want to let you know that there are some opportunities that are going to be coming that you can take advantage of. Okay. Because real estate is going to offer you three major things. We call it the golden trinity of real estate. Okay. The golden trinity, three major things. The first one is cash flow. So you're going to be able to get cash flow from your real estate, whether it's rental properties, whether it's you make them short-term rentals like Airbnbs, or you get what I'm saying? We put them on Airbnb, vacation rental by owner, booking.com, Expedia. We put our short-term rental properties on all of these different sites. So we're renting them out per night, not per month. But you can have rental properties that you rent out vacant, unfurnished, and just rent them out on a monthly basis. And that can create cash flow for you. And that's what most people will do. And then you have obviously equity. So any money that you put down on a property, if you can get a property, it's going up in value. So you have equity in that property that you can leverage, that you can refinance, you can pull money out, you can do a HELOC on, just so many ways to tap into the equity that is in real estate, because of course, real estate is going up in value over time. Okay. So you guys get that. Real estate has probably the best appreciation of any of the assets because it's a fixed asset. Obviously, it's not moving. But secondly, statistically speaking, real estate goes up in value over time. So if you get a property, you pay $100,000 for, you keep it 2-3 years, it's now, went up 30-40%, depending on where you are. And in some cases, even higher. So you get this, and then you can leverage that. Obviously, you can pull some cash out and you can take one property and easily turn it into 4 properties. It goes up in value. It costs you maybe $10,000 to get one property the traditional way. I'll talk to you guys about what you can do, some of the non-traditional stuff and alternative ways. because we have an issue. Okay, we do. Obviously, we can leverage it. So we're going to talk about the credit and getting credit for real estate and what's going on with that, because that's an issue right now. We're going to talk about interest rates in a second. But then you have tax deductions. So real estate offers all of these great tax deductions. You can write off all of the expenses mostly. Obviously, if you paint, if you have to put new carpeting in, all of the different expenses that you have with your real estate, you can write off so you don't owe as much. And you can really reduce your entire tax liability with real estate, which is why rich people obviously get real estate, because they want those tax deductions. They want that cash flow, the appreciation, the equity. So you guys get that. All right. So this is why. And this is why you're able to even grow your wealth. How Noelle is able to go from her parents' basement and, 5-7 years later, be a multimillionaire. Okay. And it doesn't take having a lot of properties to become a millionaire. You literally can have 3-4 rental properties going and you're a millionaire because you have equity in them. They're going up in value. You can leverage that. You can use that money to fix your credit. You don't need good credit to get real estate. So we can go through all of that stuff in just a second, but let's talk about what's going on in the housing market. So one thing that I want to make sure you guys know, though, when we're talking about things like that, why I want to go live, is make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Obviously, I am growing to 1 million. So please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Share this video with anyone that you may think this may help, because it is so important for us. Each one teach one. Obviously, like I said before, I was broke, bankrupt, bad credit. And when I got myself out of that situation, and I'm a rich person now. And so I want to make sure that I'm sharing that information. And I want you to be doing the same. If each one teaches one, then we can really change our financial status in our community. You get what I mean? We can really change. We can create generational wealth. We can really change how we are valued in America, because we will own real estate, we'll be wealthy, money is coming in, we're business owners, things like that creates power too, not just wealth, but also power, where you're not a victim, where you're not listened to. Okay, so it's really important to start owning real estate. So subscribe to the channel, share videos, share information, and also do these things. Get real estate. So let's talk about this, though, because there's some major things going on. All right. So what's going on? We do have a strong economy, and everybody for like the past year since the pandemic has been talking about recessions and housing bubbles and things like that. And it's not coming. Okay. It's not coming, not the way that's thought about, because obviously there are people that make a lot of money. So what we're having is these gaps, okay, where there's more people, more wealth is being created, and more rich people, and the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. They're not buying real estate. Their student loans are going to be coming into repayment. That's less people buying real estate. And again, I know I keep saying this, but real estate is the number one way to wealth. Okay. Having a property that's going up in value, having a few pieces of rental properties, a portfolio, really changes your whole financial status, especially if you get them the right way. They have equity in them. You're not paying really high interest rates, things like that. Okay. So let's kind of talk about that, because like I said, the economy is strong. We have a lot of people working remotely. So it's opening up housing where people are actually buying houses everywhere. There's not just like one concentration of where people are buying homes, because again, there's this group buying and then this group not buying. So we have owners and landlords, and then we have renters. You know what I mean? We have people that don't own anything. And that's the problem. You got to get into the group that has real estate, even if you don't live in it. Okay. And I'm not suggesting that you just buy real estate and live in it. I'm strongly suggesting you start investing in real estate, whether you're buying and selling homes all the time, or you're keeping a few for your rental portfolio and putting them on short-term rental sites, or you're putting them on, long-term rentals, or a diverse portfolio. It's actually what I prefer, where you have different mix of properties, different condos, different houses, have them in different areas, and be doing different things with them that make you the most money. But we'll get into that in a second. So home prices are going up. That's the big thing. Okay. And we're going to be talking about a lot about this. And I was talking a lot about this at the Grow Your Wealth event. Okay. We have an encore that I want to invite you to, where I'm teaching for 3 full days. You just go to growyourwealthevent.com. Okay. I'm going to be teaching for 3 days. There's handouts, scripts, templates, teaching you a lot of the stuff that I can't teach here on social media, because home prices are going up, which creates what? Higher prices. But guess what else is going on? Higher interest rates. Okay, so let me show you where we are today, right now, because this is crazy. All right, I looked this up and I was like, oh my gosh. I need to show people this because this is a really, really big deal. You need to understand this. Look at today. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you right now. Look. Do you see right there what mortgage loan rates are? Do you see this? Okay, 8.077. Okay, 8.077. This is just me Googling today's mortgage rates. I keep up with this. All right. Obviously, I'm a real estate investor. I'm a real estate entrepreneur. I have lots of rental properties. I'm always buying and selling. I even have a mortgage company, New Lending, NUULENDING. And I'll talk to you about some of the programs because you can still get 1% down. You can still get FHA loans and you can start getting real estate, but you do not want to wait. Okay, you don't. But let's kind of get back to what I'm talking about. Interest rates, 8%. That's on a 30-year fix. You guys saw that. That is crazy. Combine that with higher home prices. Okay, so that's a problem. If you have higher interest rates and higher home prices, that's squeezing out who can buy a home. Just think about that. So before, that means homes now are 40% higher. Your payment is 40% higher than 3 years ago. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is big. And so again, who can buy houses? Rich people, people that already have money, people that don't have any are going to have issues going the traditional route. Look what rates are. Look what home or higher prices are. So if you own real estate, this is good. Your properties are going up in value. I have properties that I bought less than 3 years ago that have doubled in value. Okay. Doubled. Okay. Paid $400 for it. It's worth $800. No cap, no exaggerations. Think about that. So if you own real estate already, this is a really good position for you because one, there's not a lot of inventory. So it's not a lot of sellers selling because we have low interest rate. And that property I'm talking about that went from 400,000 to 800,000, over 800,000. The interest rate that I have on that property is less than 3%. Okay. Less than 3%. I have rental properties with the interest rate is 5%. Okay, traditional mortgage for investment property, 5% interest rates. So think about that. So I'm not going to be selling my properties because the interest rates are lower. So you have less people selling their real estate. And then the baby boomers are all kind of buying properties all in the same area, especially Florida, which is why I tell you guys, whether you're in Florida or not, you should be investing in real estate in Florida. Before I moved to Florida, I invested in real estate in Florida. The numbers don't lie. Okay. The migration to Florida is just phenomenal. Okay. And then the prices are still affordable. And that's where a lot of the retirees are still coming. And then even younger people are starting to come. Orlando, for example, is slated to have a population bigger than Atlanta by 2030. Okay. So let's think about this stuff. So anyway, but no matter where you are, real estate is going to be good for you. But I'm just telling you about like really high growth areas that you should invest in. You know what I mean? Some of them are in Tennessee. Some of them are in North Carolina. You know, some of them are in Texas. You get what I mean? There are some areas that really are going to be doing well, even while other areas start to suffer. Okay. So that's one of the things that we talk about. We teach and give you some zip codes that you should be in and focusing in, even if you're wholesaling those properties. Again, you don't have to live in a state to invest there and start making money. All right. And again, teaching more of this stuff at growyourwealthevent.com. Get your tickets now. They're almost sold out. You have a few weeks, but they're selling out fast. So go today and get your tickets. All right. And I'm going to give you a surprise. Again, stay to the end. I got some more stuff, but I really want to keep teaching with this. So the solution is, because you have higher home rates, you have higher interest rates, I'm going to give you the solution. The problem, obviously, is you're not going to really want to go the traditional way. You're not. Or you may only get one house that way, and then you'll do some of what I'm going to teach you to get more real estate. Okay. And so that is going to be learning how to find people with property problems, whether it be people in bankruptcy, people in divorce, people in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, pre-probate, probate, but again, pre-probate. I was teaching on that in Mom's house and teaching you guys some of those things. And it's really, really powerful to start getting properties on the pennies on the dollars and helping people in the process. And you don't have to do this over and over. You don't even have to make a business out of this. This can be a side hustle that brings you in $100,000 per year. And then you keep doing whatever you love, but you're growing your wealth. You're increasing your personal net worth because that's important. You don't want to be poor. You would much rather be a millionaire. It will free you up. It'll give you more stability, give you more freedom to do different things. So This is what I'm talking about. You need to learn, okay, so because interest rates are high and home prices are high, I got to start focusing on some alternative stuff like buying properties subject to, like buying properties, lease purchase, lease options, probate, buying people that are in divorce, getting those properties. So many different ways, okay, to get properties, partnering with people, joining a network of people that are already doing this and bringing them deals and picking up $5,000 and $10,000 for just getting deals, and then doing what I did, like with deal compounding. So people are not selling because of these high interest rates. So it's not really a great time to just go into the retail market to get a real estate agent and be driving around looking with a real estate agent. It's not the best time. I'm not saying that you shouldn't still do that. If you have the opportunity and you're approved, you should do it. Obviously, real estate, like I said, statistically speaking, is going up in value, and you will be fine long term. But if you can do these strategies what I'm talking about, you get properties immediately with equity in them. You get properties that don't report on your credit report, properties that you don't have to get qualified from a bank to get. Okay. I'm not talking about no tax returns, no pulling your credit report, no showing your W-2s or your pay stubs, none of that stuff. Okay. And getting real estate that you own, your name is on the deed. Okay, this is what you want to do. And knowing that most people, 80% of all mortgages out there right now, 80% have a less than 6% interest rate. This is big. This is big. I just told you what today's interest. If you go to a mortgage lender, 30-year fixed, you saw that. Okay, so let me share something else with you, because like I said, you want to start investing in yourself. You want to start learning, okay, how am I going to navigate this? How am I going to grow my wealth, right? How are you going to grow your wealth? Let's talk about that. So one of the things, of course, that I say is start learning. Do what Noelle did. Start going to classes, start educating yourself, spend a little bit of money learning how to do this. And so if you go to the growyourwealthevent.com growyourwealthevent.com, you're going to pull up on this page, and I'm doing an encore. Okay. I did this and I was like, it's so many people. And what we have going on in this market, I decided, okay, I'll do an encore. This is the last one. Okay. Last one this year. There will not be another Grow Your Wealth encore this year. Will not. Okay. But I need you guys to do this because interest rates are going up, home prices are going up, and more rich people are getting richer. We're able to capitalize because we have businesses. So we have business lines of credit and business funding. We're able to pick up these properties, and you could do the exact same thing too. You don't want to get pushed out of this stuff. You could really build your wealth this way. So spending just a little bit of money. Again, here's my mentor, my $500 million mentor, Kevin Harrington, who's the original shark on Shark Tank. Okay. He's like, come to this. Noelle is teaching. You can watch this video right here on this website. And again, you can lock in your spot. The dates are right here. It's going to be sold out because I really need you to understand the housing market is just getting destroyed with interest rates being really high and prices being really high and inventory being really low. The traditional way of doing real estate is not the route you really want to go. You really want to start getting properties and helping people get, because again, just because the property values are high, that doesn't mean people are going to be able to sell their house in 7 days. Okay. If they're behind on their mortgage payment and the bank's about to take it back, you can partner with a real estate investor. We get those properties subject to, and you can walk away easily with $5,000. Or if you have the money, then you pick up your rental property. So it really depends on where you are. If you have bad credit, no money, no job, like when I started, Noelle, you're just going to wholesale those deals, get $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 and start building your wealth. And then you will get into fixing and flipping and keeping them as rental properties. If you already have a good job and some money, you just need to learn these techniques so you can start building your portfolio immediately, okay? And using business credit to do it. So you're not using your social security number. No one's pulling your credit. No one is checking your W-2s or your pay stubs to qualify. And you get properties with equity in your name. Okay. And again, so lock in your spot, get your tickets. They're super cheap. You can come for just $97. Okay. For just $97. growyourwealthevent.com. Get your tickets today. All right. Today. If you get your tickets today, I'll give you 2 surprises. All right. I'll give you the Grow Your Wealth book. Okay. This is a quick and easy book that for you to read, Grow Your Wealth. And you'll get this. And it's just telling you a few tips and tricks really easily on how to do it and just giving you the step-by-step process. And you'll get this obviously probably before the 3-day event. So before I start teaching, you'll have read this book. You'll be able to start doing those things immediately right from what's in this book. So if you get your tickets from watching this, I'll know you'll get this book as well. Also going to give you a t-shirt, because again, so important for you to start claiming what you're doing. So we have these t-shirts that we give out. My wealth is growing. You walk around, you wear that, has Noelle Randall coaching on the back. You'll get this t-shirt absolutely free. So you'll get both of these things, because again, one of the things that's stopping most people from getting rich to getting from millionaire status is not just knowledge. That's first thing, because I can give you knowledge. I could teach you for 3 days. I can tell you the techniques, give you the scripts, give you the templates. You come to the class, you get the contracts, you get all of that in the workbook. Okay. You will get all of those things. And again, just for less than $100, you get all of these things. And the thing though, that's going to require from you is for you to have a good attitude, for you to be positive, for you to actually do it and not be so skeptical, like, oh, this is not going to work for me. Because I've been there. I was, like I said, I was in my parents' basement, broke, bankrupt, bad credit, no money, just the worst situation ever, when I got a coach that taught me how to do wholesaling, okay? How to find people that were in the same situation that I was in, that were behind on their mortgage payments, get them under contract, and then flip those contracts to an investor. It's just that simple. And told me just charge $5,000. So that's what I did. And again, we'll teach that more at the Grow Your Wealth event, but then also how to do fix and flips, how to get rental properties, how to do Airbnb, how to market to find these deals on a shoestring budget, so you're not spending a lot of money. But again, I was in my parents' basement. I did not have very much money. I had like $20 to spend on some signs and stuff, and was able to get deals. So no matter where you are in your journey, this can help you grow your wealth. This can help you get to that next level. Going the traditional route is what's creating this big gap of wealth. The rich are getting richer. We have access to money. We have businesses, business lines of credit. So we're able to pick up properties and real estate and buy and sell. And then the people that don't own real estate are getting squeezed out even more. Interest rates are over 8%. Prices on homes are the highest they've been. The average home price, I think, was $434,000. Okay. FHA even increased their limit to $472,000 is the loan amount for FHA loans now. Just think back a few years ago, it was in the 300s. Now it's almost to $500,000, because that's the average home price in most areas. All right. So let's add to that. And then let's add back to it. If you have student loans, if you're somebody like me, Noelle, went to college, got student loans. All right. Those are about to go into repayment, which means even less people are going to qualify for mortgages. And then you saw that interest rates, again, I'll show that to you again, were 8% today. Okay. So you got to do something different. It's time. You're not going to just be able to sit on the sidelines. You're just going to your situation is just going to get worse. So it's time for you to start making a move, to start saying, okay, this is what's going on in the market. A millionaire told me this, Noelle Randall, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to change my situation. I can, because you can. I did. So I know that you can. But this is the situation that we're in. Look at this. Okay. 8%. That's not awesome. That is not awesome, okay? But what is awesome is there's over 80% of the people that have a mortgage are less than 6%, and you can get those properties and keep those mortgages in their name, but you own the property. Yeah. Okay. You can do that. I've done that so many different times, dozens of times. My students are doing it. You can do it too. And you're helping someone in the process. So that's the amazing thing. So one more time, you want to go to growyourwealthevent.com. You want to get your tickets right now. Do not wait. Okay. I'm going to share this with you one more time. You do it today. You do it right now. Or if you're watching this video, even if it's 2 days later, while supplies last, you will get this book that you can read in like an hour. It's just a quick blueprint. All right. That you will get immediately. And they'll also give you one of these t-shirts. You want this. My wealth is growing, because it is. Start affirming that to yourself. You walk around with that. People ask you, what does it mean? And you're like, I buy houses. And you just hand them your business card. It's a great conversation starter. Just like the I buy houses shirts that you'll see me wearing. That is how I get real estate. I literally will put on an I buy houses shirt, or my wealth is growing, or something like that gets people to say, what does that mean? And then I'm able to hand them my business card, and we get a conversation going, and I'm picking up properties. Do you know somebody that's behind on their mortgage payment? And we'll give you some scripts, because you're not just like, I buy houses. That's not what you say. It's more about, I help this type of person. Here's how I can help him. Here's some of the benefits of working with me. Boom. Okay. And those are the things that we teach you at the Grow Your Wealth event. So get your tickets. Okay. Get your tickets. All right. So much that I won't even be able to share on social media, but that is it. So you need to be an investor. If you keep renting, if you stay a renter and you don't own any real estate, rents are just going higher and higher. So guess what? It's going to be more. You're paying just as much. So you might as well be a landlord and charge high rents instead of you paying high rent. Do you get that? So even if, that's why I said, even if you were getting a mortgage the traditional way, and you're going to eventually turn that property into a rental property, even at 8%, you should still do it, because again, you're just going to charge more for the rent. That's why they're building all of these high-end apartment complexes, because that's where they're forcing you to spend 30, 40, 50% of your income. So instead of you doing that, you need to get on the other side. You need to get to the wealthy side. You need to get to the rich side where you're an owner, not a renter. Okay. And even if you rent, you still have rental properties. I know people, and I'm not saying like you can't rent a house or rent an apartment, but you need to own real estate. There's times when I literally have had a dozen rental properties and was renting because I was relocating. So it's not about what you're doing right now. It's about owning real estate that you can leverage, that you can sell off for hundreds of thousands of dollars, that you can cash flow, that's going up in value, and doing it now using the alternative ways that we get real estate, not applying for a mortgage and showing them your tax returns and all of that other stuff. Whether you have bad credit, you can start investing in real estate the same way that Noelle did. I made like $60,000 the first year that I did it, part-time. The first year I did it full-time, I made over $400,000. The next year I made over $1 million doing it full-time. So you can make a lot of money investing in real estate. So it's at whatever level that you want to do, but you need to learn how to do it. And going the traditional way with high interest rates, high prices, most of the new construction are not affordable housing. They're mostly apartment complexes. High-end apartment complexes are the number one thing being built right now. So you got to do something different. You got to do something different. And I want to teach you that. So come to the Grow Your Wealth event, growyourwealthevent.com, 4 words, free book, free t-shirt, free backpack. You get a workbook. So it'll have scripts in there. It'll have templates in there. It'll have contracts in there. We go over that stuff so I can teach you. So again, you come to this 3-day training and on Monday, you are ready to go. Okay. That's how it is designed. So I cannot wait to see so many of you guys there. This has been amazing. Like I said, I had to jump on because I could not believe what rates jumped to, and they are not coming back down anytime soon. So you need to get your tickets to this. You need to learn this. Change your financial situation. You really can be a multimillionaire and never worry about that type of stuff again. Okay. Build a business, get business credit. All right. You can be a business owner. You can be an entrepreneur, and you don't even have to quit your job to do it. So again, just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is